So Cabot Rebellion. I've got 1,000 rounds on it. It's a 1911 in 9mm that I've had my eye on for a while. I'm an engineer, and I think all the design stuff they've done to this is really cool. So I liked it from purely an engineer design perspective. It was just not high on the list, or immediate on the list of guns I wanted when I originally heard about it. But I eventually got around to placing an order and now got one. Unfortunately, it appears they're now discontinued. I think the rumor is they're making a double stack version of this, which that'd be pretty cool. But I lucked out and I got in when I did. But I still think the video might be somewhat informative. And then if they make a double stack version, it's just going to be the grips a little different. Holds more bullets. That's cool. But we're going to talk about it, what I think, and then is just some point of comparison as to who I am and how meaningful my opinion is. I have other pricey guns. I have an SVI Infinity and Atlas Hyperion, and those are my points of reference for this gun. Both those are double stack though. But in case you've never seen this, the reason it's so interesting, other than just looking neat, is it is a really weird 1911. They have no locking lugs. It's a hooded barrel lockup like a Glock or anything else in current year. It's got no extractor seam back there. So it's got an internal extractor. Well, I guess they're both internal, but it's different. The rails, instead of being straight, are waved cut. Kind of like a sand cut, but less. They're not sharp. You get less friction. You can hold more lube and stuff in there. It's stroked, so it recoils back slightly further. It's an extremely fast cycling gun. Mine's ported. That's just something I wanted. I really liked the idea of this gun with ports, so I got it ported. But the whole like shooting experience with this gun, it's best to describe as soft and violent, which makes no sense, but it is incredibly fast cycling and very pleasant. I like violent cycling guns for handguns. If they get the recoil impulse over with quick and return to zero, I like that. If it does a lot of the work for me, I don't care if it's violent. This gun is fast and soft, so it's just cool. Super soft shooter. It's nuts. So that purple Infinity, for reference, it's an aluminum frame and it has less recoil because of the island barrel than the Atlas. I take people shooting with me that aren't like real shooters. They just shoot for fun occasionally, which that's what we all do, but you know what I mean. And they much prefer shooting the Infinity of the two. It seemingly has less recoil to all of us who shot it. And I don't know what that black magic is, but it's weird. This, even less so. It's like a night and day difference. It makes the Infinity feel harsh, and it's by no means harsh. It's cool. I can't get over how awesome this gun is to shoot. I'm sure it's awesome without the ports, too. I've heard numerous people say that it's just a really pleasant shooting gun. People definitely slept on this thing. It's rad. But aesthetically, it's also very cool. So, it goes with that. We all care about looks. It's a really neat looking gun. They didn't do the normal or common, more straight lines, and they gave it a more of a ball cut. I'm not sure why, but I actually like that better with the round bottom frame. If they did this more of like an octagonal bevel and did the lines, I could really see it, but it really works. It looks really awesome, and I don't polish the flats. There's the thumb frame checkering there. I had them originally pin the grip safety, but the thumb safety is a little lighter than what I'm used to. Let's see if I can. It's a little spongy before it goes, so it's kind of easy to sweep. So I opted just to remove the pin, just reactivate it, and it's got a really good grip safety. So oh, not quite. Oh, that's pulling too hard. There you go. That's when it's engaged and will fire. So not a lot of pressure. So that's nice. I only did the single-sided safety just so it's easier to assemble. Red dot cut, obviously, not Loctited. The plate to slide wasn't Loctited. Same with the front posts from the factory, and that kind of annoyed me because the plate came loose. The red dot was still tight on the plate, but the plate was loose at the end of my first 500 round session. Then I noticed the sight was loose later. I re-Loctited them, or I applied red Loctite to them to the spec that I got from Cabot, and then they were fine the next 500. But yeah, really, really fun gun to shoot. My only complaint, or complaints, would be a little bit of sponge on the safety. It's not bad. It's just kind of a nitpick. And then trigger's a little heavier than I'd like. I did request lighter, but it's a really good trigger. Oh, it helped when I took the safety. I'm like, why is that going off? There we go. And it's like maybe I'm lying. Yeah, it's like truly breaking a glass rod. It's extremely tactile. It's just a tad over 4 pounds, which for me with not strong grip pressure from musculoskeletal issues, it's a little hard to pull. I understand why they do that. It is safer, but this gun, this Atlas, has thereabouts the same trigger weight, slightly lighter, like 1/10 of a pound, but it has a teeny bit of movement before it breaks. It's like snapping a carrot where it's a little bit of give, which I personally prefer. I anticipate less when I can feel that little bit of give. It just makes me pull smoother. And the Infinity is the same as the Atlas, just much lighter. This gun is nuts, trigger-wise. It's like a computer mouse. It's awesome. It's a little heavier than a computer mouse, but that's the easiest way I can compare it when I have people shoot it, because anytime I hand this to someone, I have to have them dry fire it and tell them, be very careful, or you're going to double tap this gun. And without fail, everyone does it at least once, where they get a little complacent and they pull it a second time unintentionally. But it's a really good shooter. But even with the heavier trigger, very easy to shoot well. Returns to zero great. Awesome recoil. The checkering up front is awesome. It's super sharp. Well, not as sharp as I'd like in the back, but that's probably for if you carry it and rub it against you. A tad sharper would be nice. But up front's really aggressive. Also, these are the Rail Scale Ascend mini dot grips. They're neat. I like them. I wish they were a tiny more aggressive as well, but they're like probably a good intermediate for like a carry grip. I have I think it's Gunfighter grips I've messaged that I want to get like a custom micarta set of grips out of, just because no one makes like micarta grips other than I think VZ, and I don't. I want a specific micarta color. But yeah, good. Also, almost no wear. I mean, taking the gun apart, wear patterns are like super minimal. Yeah, really cool gun. If you can find one, I guess I would recommend getting one. I think they have some for sale that are like from various stores online. And then if they make a double stack version, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. Just initial impression. Easy peasy.